Right.
Dr. July, and most of us, when we got married, in our vows, we had in sickness and in health. And we say that, but we're not thinking that it's really going to happen. In your marriage, it really happened.
That's right. 5 years into our marriage, everything was going great. We had our dream home. We had everything the way we thought we wanted it. And then my wife, Jamie, was hit with a terrible illness, constellation of symptoms and such. And we really have had an opportunity since then to live what it means in sickness and health. And I think one thing that I've learned that I try to teach other people and things that when we go out and we do talks is you've got to realize that when you say those vows, you may actually have to live those vows, because we're often caught in the euphoria of the moment and don't realize that that has a lot of depth to it.
And Jamie's with us this morning, and you are battling a couple of really big issues.
Right. Some serious chronic illness that turned critical in the last 5 years, and medication just tripled the problem. And was
you were like a fitness expert.
Yes, for Deborah, for 20 years I was a fitness expert, a consultant, and a competitive athlete. And you know, we have pictures from like a year before I got this medication, and I looked like somebody who was still an athlete.
You look a bodybuilder.
And right, exactly. And then the medication and the whole reaction, it just tripled the problems, and it was our worst nightmare. I mean, I don't think we could have imagined it being as bad as it got.
And for you to be here this morning, I just want people not to underestimate. This is an effort for you, because pain is a constant companion. But let me ask you, because oftentimes when we're diagnosed with a serious illness like this, especially a chronic one, our first thought is, I don't want to saddle this person down. If you want to go, go. Did you ever think for 1 minute?
You know, in our book and in our talks about this particular topic, that is the #1 question that comes up with the women, especially who are in the situation where they're the one that's facing the illness. We tend to be such nurturers and care providers already, and when we can't do that and we're ill, we feel a double burden. You know, we feel the loss of not being able to nurture, and then we feel this loss of, you know, taking from someone we love and not being able to contribute. But there are lots of ways that we can contribute. We just have to find a new path in doing that, and to not be a burden, to be a helpmate. And there's lots and lots of ways to do that. You just have to learn those.
Yeah. And Dr. July, you've been on our show several times as a relationship expert, and we had no idea that your wife was this ill. But what you did was you practiced what you preached, because there was never a thought in your mind that that marriage was going to be over.
No, you have to just start redefining. And I don't want to make it sound simple. We have been through hell, and you have to reconstruct your whole meaning of what's normal and what's real to you in your life. And that's the process that we went through. And it's a long, difficult process. And that's why we try to teach other people how to do it.
Yeah. And what's the name of the book again?
A Husband, a Wife, and an Illness. And they can go to couplesfacingillness.com, and the whole story's there. And a lot of people can relate to this.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. All right, thank you all very much for your words of advice.